The Indian customer is very discerning, very well traveled, very savvy, very with it.
They have the money, and more importantly, I think because of the fact that they're exposed, there is that willingness to spend, which I think is something that's like never before.
Market has huge depth, growing very fast, young population, middle class of large size.
So the Indian consumer today is a very exciting target for all retailers, and therefore a very exciting opportunity.
As a shopper, of course, you look for comfort, you look for variety, you look for ease of movement, space, you look for a very pleasant experience.
It became extremely important at that point of time to be a successful Indian retail real estate development company. We needed to build skills in-house that can sort of fill all of these skill sets. And that's why Virtuous Retail was sort of born. And today we probably have the best team in India across the entire retail real estate development cycle.
We've had so many engagements with tenants, international brands, luxury brands, and quite a few. And everyone had a consistent first reaction, like, why Surat?
I thought it would be a small tinsel town and not much of development taking place. But the moment we put up the showroom, even I too thought, why should we spend so much of money? Will this fetch us the returns? But to be very honest, in the last 6 months, it's been a different scenario. The market is booming.
Surat city is the fastest growing economy in the whole of India, and among the cities in the world, I believe it's the 4th or 5th fastest growing in the world. So that talks about Surat, when it is a city of the future.
All our research has led us to the conclusion that Surat is a city that is primed for organized retail and an organized lifestyle experience, and we hope that we can deliver it.
VR Surat is the first and only master retailer format in India. Now, this is a format that works right across Europe. It's not just owning the property and managing the asset, it's managing the people, the retailers, the customers, and making sure that they have a fantastic experience, whether they're shopping, eating, or here just for the event.
We are already 52 stores, and for the last few years, we have been looking for a great place in Surat. And till now, we were missing the right place, right partner in Surat. Here comes Virtuous Retail, with a location right in the center of the city, Dumas Road, and have planned it very, very well. We believe that this is going to bring in to Surat one of the best retail experiences that you can get anywhere.
Dumas Road is actually the growth corridor in the city.
We're 2 kilometers away from the airport. We're on the end of the junction where the new BRTS route is going to be.
There are about 95 residential developments coming up just in that area.
It is the new hub of Surat.
Our most frequent consumer, who is going to be living at the most 3 to 5 kilometers from our center, that number is going to increase manifold in the coming years.
When Surat VR Surat opens, we bring some big brands, some big international brands. I'm convinced, and our research backs this up, that people will navigate to Surat from these other places, from the bigger catchment. So again, it's another great opportunity to drive footfall in, and we'll make sure that our marketing and our engagement with these larger communities is such that people know what we're about.
In the center, all retail outlets are constructed in such a way that every retail owner or an operator feels he's a part of the action. And that's something great about this center. In this particular property, we will have 8 screens. We'll have very, very comfortable seats. We'll have recliners and a gold class lounge. So that will add to the entire viewing. And apart from that, we'll be investing a lot in sound, projection system, acoustics, which will be absolutely world class.
Our centres are being built with that sustainability agenda. For example, recycling water, using LED lights, using a building management system, so we make sure we're controlling the temperatures, we're controlling the lighting levels, which all adds to a great sustainable story.
સુરત એકદમ વાઇબ્રન્ટ, જોયફુલ, કલરફુલ. સુરતી લોકોને બહારે જવાનું વધારે પસંદ છે અને ખાવા પીવાના પણ શોખીન હોય છે.
પણ અહીંયા ફરવા માટે કોઈ સારી જગ્યા છે નહીં, ખાલી વીકેન્ડ કરવા માટે આ એક ડુમ્મસ જગ્યા છે, હાઈવે પર છે ને દરિયા કિનારો છે.
અગર હજુ સુરતમાં વધારે મોલ વધારે ડેવલપ થાય, મોલ્સ ખુલે, પછી વધારે ફેસિલિટીઝ બધી પ્રોવાઈડ થાય તો વધારે સારું પડે, વધારે રહેવાની મજા આવે સુરતમાં. લાઈક
Surat as a city has a very strong street culture. Now that street culture manifests itself in various ways. So for example, people hang out a lot on the roads, on the footpaths, on bridges. So you'll have a guy, park his Audi on the road and eat at the lari because it's the thing to do. So it is very important for us to capture that essence and give that space in a more packaged format. What that does is it differentiates us, but it's our way of saying that we understand the culture and we think that this is an important aspect of sitting outside and being able to eat what you want. And that's what we would like to have on the center as well. That's why the street becomes important. Here in the center, we want to take it one step ahead. We want to give it the international, feel. So for example, our food court is about 500-seater food court. It's on the top floor and it has magnificent views of the river. So we have an entire facade in the food court which is all glass, seamless, from top to bottom. So there's nothing that disturbs your view. So you can sit and eat, and it's fine dining, which does not exist in Surat, in the same way.
While VR is a brand which is created on a nationwide scale, but VR Surat gets a local context simply because we're talking about connecting communities. So it logically needs to have a connection with Surat as a city. And this is what, allows a community or allows a city to sort of, recognize a new creation as a part of their city rather than something external which is just sort of brought in and, just dropped into the middle of the city.
We are in partnership with Virtuous Retail to create destination-specific entertainment projects that will attract a huge number of people, primarily families, into this destination. We're starting something called the Kahani Festival. The idea primarily is to create a platform to develop much of what we hope is going to be explored there, which is local talent from the larger Surat hinterland and of course from the state of Gujarat.
One of the biggest things that has attracted us in the Virtuous Retail project at Surat is its name. It's VR Surat. It connects so closely with the customer's heart. It makes you part of the Surat community straight on. And I think it's great and inviting for the Surti customer that yes, the mall has taken their name, their city's name. So it should be a pride of place for them to visit this mall, which is not only greatly designed, but also bears the name of the city.
When we started looking at Surat, we already knew that it's a port city, and it's been a port city for about 1,000 years. Right behind our site, there is this prosperous village called Magdalla. It's on the banks of the Tapi River. There's an ancient tradition of this boat race, and which basically celebrates Surat's maritime history. It's a really popular boat race. So VR Surat recently adopted that boat race. it is going to be an important note on how we deal with the community, how we interact with them.
We've also got parks, parkland around us, which we're looking to adopt to make sure that we can make the whole destination around VR Surat an enjoyable one and enhance the leisure experience.
Retail centers are today's destinations for picnicking, eating out, shopping, entire experience under one roof. Retail centers are not only commercial places, they have a combination of art, science and heart attached to it. And I believe very strongly that if communities have to be connected well to a retail center, one of the best places to really look at it is centers from Virtuous Retail.
We recently made a tie-up with Virtuous Retail for one of the shopping centers. We expect they should be able to bring the international retailers to the mall and bring some international experience which can make a difference in the retail industry.
We at Inox are looking forward to this relationship with Virtuous Retail. This is the first project where we are partnering together, and hopefully this is the first of many more to come.
Shoppers Stop is extremely happy to be part of VR Surat Retail Center, and we believe that this is going to be one of the best retail centers developed in India.
At Westside, we are very eagerly looking forward to partner with Virtuous Retail in this very exciting retail journey.